Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I remember posting this video of Chief a few weeks back and I got a lot of comments. Some comments actually stood out. Some people wanted to know, what does Chief eat? What are you feeding this boy? Does Chief still take pap? And so on. And that is why I decided to make this video, how to make pap from scratch. Let's go. On this particular day, I used yellow corn, guinea corn, and granuts. This is what it looks like together. I soaked for 3 days. The yellow corn and the millet soaked for 3 days, but the granuts I soaked for only 1 day. So on the third day, I just mixed everything together. Give it a thorough wash again until I feel like it was clean enough, and then it was ready for grinding. So usually I would do only guinea corn and millet. I've been doing that for the longest time for personal reasons. Although when we first started, we would do yellow corn, white corn, guinea corn, and millet, But after a while, I started doing just guinea corn and millet. But today, I decided to switch things up a little bit, So let's go for grinding. Trust me, the journey to go and grind this corn, I feel like the journey was even longer than the process of making the whole thing. Kai, Chief nearly showed me shaggy. Like, I think at some point he just got tired of walking down. It's just down the road, but I think he got tired of walking down, and at this point he was trying to drag me and the bag into somebody's compound. Like, Chief, come on, bro. We are not even there yet. In order for Chief not to waste any more of my time, I had to just carry him. And then we got to the local grinder that I would usually use. The grinding process usually takes a while because you have to grind until it is smooth. Set to go back home. You see me, I respected myself. I put this boy on my neck, carried my stuff, and then we got home. Now the main process is about to begin. There are two kinds of sieve bags that I use. The first one for the first sieving. This one separates the chaff from the main pap, and then the second one for the later draining of the water from the pap. I'll show you how to do it. So first, I get my clean paint bucket and put water in it. Put the first bag over it. This is how I do my own, right? I know that there are 1 million ways, but man, this is how I do my own. So I just transfer the already grinded mixture into that safe bag that is inside my clean water already. So I like to do a lot of that, and then I start the sieving process. So for the sieving process, I carefully close the mouth of the bag. And also, let me add that on the day I recorded this, I forgot my tripod at work, so I had to use one hand to do this. But I told myself that, bro, I'm going to do it regardless because it's been a while I've wanted to create this video. So, I start by sieving this particular one. So it goes on for a while. You just keep on, trying to squeeze out the water from the bag. I keep doing this until I feel like, okay, it has gotten to a point where I have to get another paint bucket. And notice the process I'm doing now. So, the first one, I put water into the bucket. But the second time, this is how I do it. This is my personal one, my personal method. Yes, so I just find it easier and faster for me. So the second time, I would now allow the water to run directly on the bag. And then I'm trying to get out some more of the pap from the bag. So I keep going at this. This is the second time. This is the second bucket. I don't allow the water to be as much as the first bucket, right? So I just keep going and going and going. And if you notice the mixture that I originally poured into the bag is getting smaller and smaller, and that is because the pap is just coming out, like it's going into the bucket, right? So I keep doing this and doing this until again I feel like, okay, I've gotten a lot out. And the funny thing is that I even go on to get a third bucket. Yes, this is my own process. I feel this is just I've tried a whole lot of other methods, but this is what works for me. So this is the third bucket. It will usually now be a much smaller bucket and smaller water, but I just want to make sure that I've gotten everything out. So you go over that process again and again, you know, with the whole mixture you have in your original bag. And at the end of the day, this was the chaff that I got. I would make another video on what I would usually do with this chaff if I don't want to throw it away. So after sieving everything that I had, this is what I got. So I decided to put it in this transparent bucket so that you can see how the chaff is settling here. This is about like maybe 6 or 7 hours later. The pap had settled down, and then I have the water hanging up. So this is what it looks like in all the buckets, right? So you can see the pap is already down there, but we are not done yet. So I'll go ahead to drain out the water, or just throw the water on top away. So you have to be careful not to throw your pap away. I go ahead and do that until, okay, get into the pap, we stop. This is what we have from one of the buckets. And then the third bucket, I'll go ahead and do the same thing. So just pour the water out, and then you see the pap you have down there. Careful not to throw it away. I stop. And then for the first bucket, it will usually have more pap, because you know that was the first water that we used to sieve. So the same process I do here, and then I'll just leave it when it gets down to the pap. So after draining the first water away, you can see that you can already make your pap from here. Like, yes, you can actually already, like, this is already the pap, right? But then I'll still go ahead to use the second bag I showed you at the beginning of the video. This is the second bag. So this is what actually would drain the entire water away. So I'll just go ahead and pour all of the pap that I just got into this bag. So you can see that there is still some water there, but because you don't want to lose your pap, the second bag is just a tighter bag. They sell it in the market. I'm very sure you can get it from any local market around. So I go ahead and pour everything. And also I noticed that this particular pap, unlike the ones I've done before, because of the granules, first of all, I love the smell of the pap. You know, it's not giving this normal pap smell. No, it just gives it a kind of new smell, like and also this pap is kind of oily because of the oil from granules. Yeah, not oil, but you understand. You get my point. You know what I mean, right? Okay. So this is what you have. As you can see, this is already pap, but we're just going to try and still drain out the entire water from the pap. So trying to make sure that I scoop the last bit of it, because I'm not about to waste anything at all. I repeat the same process for all the 3 buckets. So currently now on the last bucket, yes, I get the whole pap from there as well. And then it's time to tie up the bag. So if you notice some some of the water is already out of the bag. Yes, so this is why I really love this bag. You don't get to lose any single pap, but you just see the water. So only from even pouring it, you can already see that some of the water is already out. So I pour that away, and then I like to secure my bag with this lace, with this rope. I'll just tie that up, and then I'll show you how I eventually get all of the water to drain out. I place a smaller paint bucket into my big paint bucket because I want to elevate the bag so that when the water is draining, it just drains into the bigger paint bucket. So you need something heavy to like push it so that the water drains out faster. I usually use this 10 kg water jerry can, and I leave it over till the next day. This is the next day, and as you can see, all of the water from the pap is now completely out. Yes, and this is what we have. Okay, this is the finished product. I was going to end this video here, but I say since I've started, let me kukuma finish. Let me kukuma finish and make the pap. So it's like a full complete video of how to make pap from scratch till it's into the plate that you want to use and eat it. Yes, something like that. Okay, so this is the delicious and nutritious and healthy pap, homemade by moi. All right, I'll just transfer all of that into my other bucket. So this is how I store it. You can keep it in the freezer, or you can divide it further into sections and keep some in the freezer and some in the fridge, and then you just keep on using it like that. So this is what we have at the end of the day. I'll just go ahead and show you how to also actually make the pap. So of course you get a little bit of the already made pap out, and then you mix it with just a little tiny bit of water. After that, I pour in my already boiled water. The water has to be boiling hot. I pour that in, and also something I like to do is to cook it further. So I just cook it further. I transfer it back on the gas, and just heat it even further, just like maybe 5 minutes. So I heat that up again. So just to make sure, because it's a baby, it's a toddler eating it, I just want to make sure it's properly cooked. And at the end of the day, this is what we have. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. See you in the next one. Bye.